So this is our third video in our three-part series of just how to stretch from the waist down. Now I have Jordan here from Run the Globe, and he's going to help show us how to do these last few stretches that we're doing. So the first thing we're going to focus on is the glute, okay? So Jordan, go ahead and go on the ground here. And when you're doing the glute, there's two ways to do this, and both are equally important, okay? So the first way, the common way, is you just take your ankle and you put it on your opposite knee, and then you just bend straight forward into it. And honestly, this is the way that most people do stretch it. I see a lot of people on their back where they do this and they pull the leg up. You know, that works. This is a great stretch. But the second way to do this is just as important, because you have a very large muscle and the fibers go in a lot of different directions. So to get the full muscle itself and all the fibers in it, you need to turn, grab the knee and pull it to your opposite shoulder and bend into it, and you're going to hit it in a different way, and I'll tell you what, it's going to feel real good. So enjoy that moment, all right? But after that, you know, got to move on. But what's nice about these two stretches, you can do them on the ground, or, you know, come on up. You know, how many times have you gotten out of your car, put your shoes on, and try to run right away? I mean, how many times do you do that?
3 times a day.
Okay, so I mean, there it is. So you can do this standing as well. All you gotta do is, like, you can, if you have amazing balance, you can do it without holding anything, or hold the wall or your car or whatever.
My balance is amazing, so I'll hold the wall.
So okay, there you go. There it is. So same deal. Ankle, opposite knee, bend into it to stretch that muscle. But then from there, you turn, grab the knee, pull it to your opposite shoulder, and then you're gonna get the rest of the fibers of the glute, okay? So very, very simple way to do that. Now, what I'm going to have you do next is we're going to show you how to stretch the hip flexor. So we're going to kneel facing this way, okay? And there's two things you want to pay attention to when you're doing this. First thing is your hips and just bringing them forward, okay? Now, one other thing that Jordan's doing really well is he's keeping his spine up nice and tall. The reason being is this muscle goes from right here, okay, hip joint, and it goes up, and this muscle attaches to the front of your spine. So when you're doing that, like, you really want to bring the hips forward, but you have to stay tall. If you bend forward, if Jordan goes forward like this, you're taking the tension out of the muscle and you're not going to feel the stretch. So stand nice and tall. And one other thing you can do to accentuate the stretch, if you're still not feeling it good enough, is you lean back and into the leg that is back this way. So kind of turn this way. That little bit of rotation gives you a little bit more of a stretch. And again, it's just taking that origin insertion as far apart as you possibly can. Now, you can also do the standing, right? So Jordan's going to show you how to do that standing, and just watch when he does the stance. Again, pay attention to his hips, okay, and his spine. Now, from here, feels good, all right? If you want to accentuate it a little more, a simple thing to do is put your hand on your buttock, and you push forward and down in this direction, okay, and you'll get a little bit more of a stretch, okay? Now, the last thing is we're going to stretch IT band. So Jordan's going to do this standing up, okay? And he's going to show us the easy way to stretch his IT band. So Jordan, show me how you do that. Now, there's two things here you want to look at. First thing, you see how his hips completely translated that way, all right? That's the first thing. But now I'm going to actually turn Jordan so he's facing sideways, all right? Go ahead and stretch.
Yep.
Now, you see how he stayed in this straight line here? He didn't bend forward. He didn't bend back. He went straight, all right? Very linear. That's how you need to be to stretch this guy, okay? Because it lies directly on the side, and he's stretching into the camera, but it lies right here through here. So that's the line that you need to be stretching through when you're doing this, okay? And again, notice his hips translate to you, and then everything's linear in this way. And that's how you get a really good stretch with that. You can do this in the kneeling position. Same concepts. You kneel down. Yep. And then right arm up. Yep, throw that out. And see how he does again. Hips translate slightly, and he goes straight over. So simple ways to stretch this out. So I hope this helps. You know, between all three of these videos, I mean, you can rock through them pretty much in 5 minutes if you have to, if you know how to do everything, you know, do the right things the right way. And I hope this helps just in terms of just keeping you guys out there running and enjoying the rest of the summer.
Idiot.
There it is.